Anyways, oh, Dylan, we have one question. Let's
All
now
right.
hop over to the question part of it. Dylan is actually
That is a good
another
question.
patron here. He's
All
a
right.
recent gaming health coach, yeah, patron. But he asks, can emotional stress and tilt contribute toward physical injury? Dylan,
Fuck yeah.
good question. Take it away.
Fucking. All right. So there's two factors to consider here, right? There's the factor of, are there physiological markers associated with emotional stress and being tilted? And two, do you make dumb decisions when you are emotionally stressed and tilted? So let's address both parts of those. One being, yes, there are absolutely physiological changes that occur when you are stressed. You'll have an elevated heart rate, elevated blood pressure, increased cortisol levels. All of those things change the state of your body, the state of the function of your body. They affect how much oxygen is going to your muscles, to your brain. They affect how much strain your tissues are under. So from that perspective alone, being stressed can place more stress on your tissues. And then outside of that, there's also the kind of behavioral markers that go along with being emotionally stressed or tilted, right? You're more likely to be gripping tightly, kind of expressing that anger through your hands. You're more likely to be taking shorter, shallower breaths, which means, again, less oxygen. You're more likely to let your anger drive what you do. So you might act more impulsively. You might throw a controller. You might jump, kick something. I've absolutely never thrown a controller, and my Wii remote absolutely did not go into the back of my couch once. Um, Look, it was a really annoying phase of Zelda, okay? Not my
What?
fault.
What part?
It was Twilight Princess. There's when you play it on the Wii, there's this one stupid fucking jump you have to do. And it kept reading me off to the side, and I ended up having to restart the entire Wii system because
Oh
it
my
was just
god.
anyway, I won't talk about it. But yes, emotional stress can contribute towards physical injury in those two ways. One being the physiological markers that go along with being stressed, the other being the behaviors that go along with being stressed. Matt, anything you want to add, especially with your experience working with some gamers who have been tilted?
Oh yeah, for sure. So I think one thing that we also want to add in terms of understanding a little more about our pain system or how our nervous system adapts to pain is that I give you the example of, hey, when you have somewhere on your forearm that's itchy, when you think of it, it becomes more itchy, right? And a lot of the times, I think there's some doctors that have even told some patients, unfortunately, that hey, it's kind of all in your head, but as a joke, and they're not really understanding that it is in your head, but it actually leads to some subsequent changes in your nervous system, like increased central sensitivity, so your nervous system better adapts to pain, so you are more likely to experience pain as a result of thinking about something more, right? Which is why people often realize that, man, I think about my pain a lot, and I'm always at a 7 to 8 out of 10 of pain. That's normal. There's this whole science around pain that helps us better understand it, but the bottom line is that our bodies are better at dealing with pain over time, and the way that we have to address that is, one, we have to understand that that happens, and then two, we have to give our body referential experience or know that it's okay to continue moving despite feeling certain types of pain. So it's all dependent on the type of thing that you're dealing with, but it absolutely is something that can be influenced by your emotion, influenced by stress, influenced by where you're placing your thoughts, right? And we can get really meta, but what you direct your thoughts or where you direct your thoughts can influence so many things. What you think about on a regular basis, what your thought patterns are on a regular basis, they influence a lot.
There's there's some really good folks in esports and in gaming who are actually working on the mental health and the mental performance side of things. I know Dr. Doug Gardner, Take This Org, which is fantastic. They're a group. They help to provide mental health resources and actively recruit therapists who are familiar with and work in gaming. So you could have a therapist who actually understands what you're getting stressed about and why that's actually a serious thing and not something they should just dismiss. Um, you've got Aniki, you've got Rad,
Anxiety. Yeah.
Rise Above Disorder. Um, there's God, there's a bunch of doctors that I was just on the panel with at PAX, and Dr. Rachel Cowart and Sarah. I can't remember her last name right now. Why can't I remember Sarah's last name? So she has purple hair and it's great. Anyway, Rachel Cowart is doing some good work in that arena too. So like, look, there's a lot of really good resources out there. There are folks who are specifically working with mental skills training, mental toughness and resiliency. And that kind of thing wouldn't be something that'd be taking root in our industry if it didn't have value and didn't have like actual measurable effects on how people play and how they are less likely to get injured and more likely to play better.
Exactly. Very well said. So, yeah. How you think influences how you feel. What you think influences, what you experience on a regular basis. So,
yeah.
That was a pretty nice little phrase to end on. Do you guys have any other questions, Dylan? Since you're here, if you have any additional questions, happy to answer. Yeah,
you can have like a 2-to-1 chat session right now. If you got a question.
Boom. What's up?
If not, I'm gonna go make more chainmail.
Yes. She's making
I finished that next time, by the way. It turned out amazing. I'm very proud of it.
Can we see? Can we showcase the chainmail?
So the chainmail has actually been delivered to the person who was getting it. Wait, I can showcase the scale mail I made. Hold on.
Yes. Chainmail! Woo!
All right, so I made that.
Ooh, pretty cool. And when's the cat chainmail coming out?
The cat chainmail is in the works. It's dependent on how long my cat can hold still for me to measure her.
Okay.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to keep a cat still to measure things on them?
I haven't tried, but I want
Very
to.
difficult.
I want to. I think that's definitely on the bucket list. Yeah.
Well, when this is all cleared up, you can come out to DC
Okay.
and help me hold my cat still so I can measure the chainmail.
Yes. Because that needs to happen.
Obviously.
Chainmail for cats needs to be a thing. And whether it is just something for leisure or it becomes 1 HP apparel, then
1 HP apparel.
Yeah, chainmail. Woo. Anyways,
right.
I think that is all. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is already live, but I'll be organizing it and splitting it up into probably 2 separate videos to be released. If you guys have more questions, please send it in the Discord. Shoot us a DM, whatever, any way that you guys want. Send us a video of you screaming the question, any medium, really. Like, make a chainmail and leave only the question out. In the chainmail, there's really a multitude of ways that you guys can ask.
However you want to ask the question.
Shave it in your head.
Get creative.
Yeah, get creative. Make some blowing glass, and have a question. This is getting this is getting too much, but thank you guys again. And
Have a good day,
that will
guys.
be all.